TOMz. This is indeed Teenagers on a Mission. Up with SABC 1 Mzansi for sure, and Tina Siredi, and taking you guys on yet another amazing journey into the sci-tech world.
Absolutely, Sia and Muntu are at your service, and we're serving you with the best of the best when it comes to edutainment. Muntu Ukraine already you within, my boy.
Amela, always am. When
always, ne? And I'm great.
I'm about Indaga.
Yes.
Those are very beautiful animals to watch float above us in the sky.
My boy, bird droppings aren't only there to make our windscreens dirty, but can also be used as fertilizers.
Very, very true. Indaga actually play a very big role in our environment, and that's what we're going to learn about up and namhlanje. You ready, guys?
Ready. I'm
ready.
Okay, let's get the show on the road.
TOMz, a passionate curator from a famous bird garden. We learn how bird research is to preserve bird life. Bird science, what degree can one apply ornithology? The history of bird life. The TOMz quiz. Let's go.
Oh yes, Mzansi, it's that time again where we get to interact with you guys via social media. What is our national bird? Let's see what you guys had to say on social media. On Facebook's Peter Uzweli, our national bird is the blue crane. Nice one, my boy, very true. We speak about Peter Ubusi. Utimina Angina watching TOMz. Of course, my boy, we've got the plug and a stinging extension. Right about now, though, let's see what you guys had to say. Please, before we go there, keep those comments coming in on social media. On Facebook, we are TOMz, on Twitter at TOMz_SABC_1. Let's get about Tini. Let's go.
Alright, you guys, thank you so much for all the social media comments. We're still carrying on with our roadshow. Semaputa Secondary School. Right next to me is Swami Stumbuza, I'm a Christian. Hello.
Hi.
I'm John.
Okay,
what is bird science?
Bird science. Yeah. Bird
science like what's about like the nyonyane tse re phelang ka tsona lo re like re tlhokomele lo gona like da re thusha
na bird science as in ulwazi ngenyoni lezi siphila nazo kulesikhathi samanje ngithola ukuthi manje siphila kanjani into kanjalo ngithola ukuthi
sure ngiyathola boy why kubaluleke kakhulu ukuthi sizinakekele inyoni esinazo la emhlabeni
ukuthi manje zingagcina yabona ziterminate as instinct distinct ngithola ukuthi manje yabona sikhona philisana nazo ngithola
ubuhloko hore di tlhokomele ka lebaka la hore mo gongwe di a re thusha ene rena ba bangwe re a rata go phedishana le tsona le go tseba ebile go thushana le tsona gore re phile mmogo.
Is that the extinctions in Indaga are actually primarily due to abantu and our selfish ways. But with Indaga playing such a big role in our ecosystem, how exactly can we stop this from happening? Let's begin.
Ornithology ke ha o ithuta ka dinyonyane hantle di sebetsa jwang, biology ya teng le di-habits tsa teng. Studies tse tsona hantle se kopantshitswe le zoology. The science of ornithology ke ntho e kgale re sebedisa throughout history. Ho na le di-studies tse kgonneng hore bontsha dinyonyane hantle di developile jwang le understanding ya di-concepts tse tshwana le instinct, evolution le ho ithuta wa tsona. Ho na le batho ba leng hore ho tloela kgale ntse ba shebana le dinyonyane hore ba tlo kgona ho contribute to the different aspects of ornithology tse tshwanang le how birds live in their environment, how they find food, hore hantle di digest jwang dijo tsa teng, le hore hantle population ya teng e change jwang, how birds evolve and how birds can be affected ka lebaka la ecological changes mo bokamosong ba rona. For the European Middle Ages, ho na le di-individuals tse ngata tse ne di sebedisa dinyenyane of prey tse tshwanang le di-falcon hore ba tlo kgona ho hunter di-rabbits and other small game. Ka the 18 to the 1900s, ho na le a range of new birds that were forming in tropical areas that were classified ka lebaka la the scientific expeditions. Ka the 20th century, ho na le di-fields tse tshwanang le ecology le ethology that overshadowed studies involving bird anatomy. Ka the 1900s ho na le di-scientists tse di leng da qala to track dinonyane he ka ho sebedisa a unique number e ne ba e bofa he mo letong la nonyane for gaining information and longevity on bird movements.
Number 52, there are different types of birds.
Very, very true. And it's very important that we understand the function of each and every one of these birds and how they affect our environment.
True story. Well, let us know what you think about this on social media. While you do exactly that, we take a quick commercial break. So, Bona, never wait, Oh yes, Mzansi, welcome back. You are still watching the biggest and the best high-tech show in the land. Lena BCB's SABC and TOMz, right? Yeah, on SABC One Mzansi for sure. Yes, Professor Namhlanje, we're talking all things in your.
Very, very true. And Ben Shiloke earlier on that extinction of birds is due to our selfish ways. That have noticed this and are providing shelters as well as ukutya for birds to extend and preserve their lives.
With that being said, bafethu namhlanje sobehlangana nochwepheshe owazi kabanzi ngeenyoni futhi uyayinakekela mihla namalanga. With that being said, let's have a look.
Shakalaka, what's going on, Buffet? It's your boy C-A-D-D-Y, pronounced Caddy. Yet again, running the streets of Johannesburg. I'm placed to touchdown, if always, Sizovagacha at a bird garden. Now, Buffet's good mission, and yes, Giwani. As one who is our teenager? Hana.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Okay, so Stella, go to Wani, to Mingani, and where are you from?
I'm Diana Mabaso, I'm 19 years old in Johannesburg, and I'm studying tourism at CJC. It's actually my final year.
Really? Well, I'm playing Kabang again as it's a bird garden.
Oh.
And we ask good saying my gardens
I know.
It's all about, tourism.
Tourism.
Yes. Okay, cool. So I'm we're going to be learning more about that. So how do birds actually play a role in our ecosystem?
Okay.
Are you ready to do that?
I'm ready.
100% sure.
Sure.
High five. Let's go again. Hey, good morning, how are you?
Okay.
Good.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you, man.
So Theo, this is Diane, I'm Caddy.
Yeah.
We're here on a mission. We came to visit you. So hit us with an introduction. Tell us who you are, where are we, and what do you do?
Okay, so my name's Theo.
Yeah.
I'm the admin and education manager. So part of my job is to make sure that people understand what we do and what we're all about. So we're bird gardens, the bird gardens in Monte Casino. So our main focus is on birds, but we also have reptiles, mammals, amphibians. So we're basically a small zoo. We're part of PASA, which is the Pan-African Association of Zoos and Aquaria. Okay, so we live according to those standards. We manage the park according to those standards. It's like welfare regulations and conservation measures and also awareness and education.
Dinonyane kaofela di na le di-characteristics tse ngata tse tshwanang. Kaofela dinonyane di na le di-4-chambered hearts ke characteristics e leng hore e ka mohara di-mammals tse ngata mo lefatsheng la rona. Masapo a dinonyane they are hollow and seo sona se thusa hore di be bonolo hore tlo kgona ho fofa mo moyeng. Flying birds have large chest muscles se sona se kgona ho thusa ka maphego a tsona. Birds have a system of air sacs in their body to connect with their lungs. The air sacs tseo di kgona ho thusa dinonyane tseo hore di kgone ho fumana oxygen e ngata, di kgone ho hema hantle ho feta diphoofolo tse ding. Dinonyane di hloka oxygen e ngata haholo ka lebaka la the large amount of energy for the power of flight. Their 4-chambered hearts ke yona ntho e kgonang ho di thusa hore di kgone ho fumana more oxygen.
Okay, so Theo, very important question. A bird park. Why do we have a bird park?
Okay, so bird parks obviously for conservation.
Yes.
We're conserving species. We're conserving, interactions among species. So obviously it's for numbers and for biodiversity.
Yes.
Why is it important?
Okay, so it's important to protect birds here in the zoo because, take the Southern Ground Hornbill project, for example, that we're involved with. There's not a lot of those birds left in the wild. It's a Southern African species. It's a big bird, and they are dying because of habitat destruction and a lot of conflict with humans. So what we do here is we breed them in a captive environment. We hand rear them up to a stage where they can be released into the bush. When they go into the bush, they basically go to a bush school where other hornbills teach them how to, you know, be a hornbill, and then they get released into the wild. So we're supplementing the wild population.
Okay. Ho na le di-initiatives tse tlo kgonang ho re thusa he to preserve bird life for batho kaofela mo lefatsheng la rona. Ho na le di-individuals ba leng hore ba tshwanetse hore ba tlohele ho sebedisa rat poison ka lebaka la hore ditoba tseo tse nang le poison di jewa ke di-owls le di-hawks be di hlokahala. Vegetation gardening must be encouraged to not only ensure food sufficiency for humans but for birds as well. Dinonyane he di sebetsa haholo ho thusa ka pest control. The hummingbird ke nyonyane e leng hore e kudisiwa ke mold kapa metsi a nang le tswekere ka hare. Batho he o tshwanetse hore ba tlohele ho silela le di-habitats tsa dinonyane hore tlo kgona ho phela nako e telele dinonyane tsa rona. Difate he o tshwanetse hore re ska di tima in springtime ka lebaka la hore it is nesting season for the birds. Hore tlo kgona ho boloka bird science, the scientists hence di kolekana le di-bird specimens tlo kgona ho re thusa ka research methodologies.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about that process. So where do you get the birds? How do you breed them? Do you put them in the cage? How do you guys keep them here, basically?
So they're obviously kept according to a certain standard. The specs of the cage has to be a certain enclosure size. There has to be a lot of enrichment. Remember, they're animals, they can get bored. It's just like people. You need to keep them busy. Their diets are very specific. You know, certain weights of certain things. Specific birds eat meat, others eat fruit, others eat seeds. So, you know, with all our birds, we're keeping them in an enclosure that we try to think is above standard. Okay, so we try to enrich their lives and give them the appropriate diet and all that. The breeding comes on its own. I mean, we can't force the birds to do anything in that regard, but if we make them happy, you know, then they live happy, and then they will display normal behavior. Breeding is a normal behavior. Okay, so and then when the babies come out, or the chicks come out actually, when they hatch, then we start the hand rearing process, and then we send them off to the bush.
Askhulumeke about the different kinds of birds you have here. I mean, I know certain birds live in different climates. How do you guys keep all the birds at one place with the same temperature?
So a lot of all the birds we keep here are from all over the world.
Okay.
But none of them are from, like, say, penguins from the Antarctic. Okay, because obviously it's too hot for them here. You don't keep an animal in a situation where it's not according to their natural needs.
Okay.
Okay, so all the animals you see here today are animals that can tolerate the temperature, the humidity, and the amount of sunlight, etc., that we have in South Africa. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing, if an animal requires a lot more water, you know, let's say for example the flamingos, all right, we build them a dam, and they then have access to that water, and you know, the microorganisms that occur in that water, you know, you add bacteria, etc., to the water, so you make it more favorable for the animal.
Okay. Speaking about the location and you building all the dams, I mean, this is a really not awkward, but like a very strange place to have like a bird park, because I mean, it's like in the city. Yeah. How did that come about? How does that work out?
So obviously Tsogo's son owns the property. Okay, it's a Monte Casino property. So they are giving back to the environment by having a facility where people can come and educate themselves, and also with the projects that we are involved with, they give back to, you know, the ecology.
Okay, speaking of that, how does the park work?
Okay, so obviously the facility itself is here, and we have all the signboards and everything else where people can get educated. We also have guided tours where schools can come through. Okay, also we've got our bird show, so that's like kind of like the core of what we do when it comes to education. Okay, so when people go and watch the show, they get told about the various initiatives, they get told about what the birds are going through, the challenges, you know, all the conservation issues.
Okay, so let's speak about the roles that the birds actually have in our ecosystem.
Okay, so obviously, just like any other animal, they food source, they supply services to other animals. Okay, you look at an oxpecker that goes to a buffalo, it chows all the ticks off the buffalo. Okay, so there's different interactions among animals that require birds for that to happen. And then also they have food, so they even afford a food source to us. I mean, we eat chicken every day. Okay, so they're very important in the ecology. All right, a lot of these birds live in very specific habitats as well, and you need those birds in order to get the habitat into a productive habitat. Okay, like if you look at a rainforest, you know, if it wasn't for birds, there wouldn't be any pollination of the flowers. If you don't get the flowers pollinated, you don't get fruit, because then there's no food for other animals. Okay, also you don't get the trees growing, so they're important in the ecology. They're very important. Stuff like vultures, you know, they go and feed on dead carcasses, okay, and they get rid of, they're cleaning the environment, okay, so because they're scavenging.
Wow, pretty cool. CNM, I want to know, what's your favorite bird?
Mina ngithanda ama-parrots phecelezi opholi ngoba bayaziqeqesha ukuthi bakwazi ukukhuluma yabo leyo nto.
Very true. Nah, ndithandele i-eagle. That's my spirit animal.
Sure.
Whoa.
Anyways, Mzansi, do let us know on social media which one ngicabangani nge-bird science phecelezi
ornithology.
There we go. We'll be back right after this.
TOMz.
Here we are, Fashion Mkilegele, back to teenagers on a mission. Up against SABC 1 Mzansi. Faux show.
Now, Bafethu, focus again on social ngenyoni and the importance of preserving lezi nyoni and how important they are ebomini bethu.
Very true. Indaga actually play a very big role in our ecosystem, and that's what we're about to uncover more today. Asibuyele.
What careers do you have in this industry?
Okay, so obviously there's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. Okay, so the most common thing that's happening here is animal husbandry. That means taking care of the animals that are in captivity. That's feeding and cleaning. And then you get the more scientific side of things where you actually sit and work out what type of camp the animal needs, you know, where it's from. You know, so in order to know that, you know, where it's from, what it eats, all that stuff, you need to go and study something like zoology, okay, which is a BSc degree, okay, and then you take it further and you go and specialize in ornithology, which is birds, okay. So there's that too. Then we've got the tourism side, okay, so we've got tour operators, various people that come and do the tourism thing. You know, you bring groups in, you bring schools in, and that also has the education side linked with that. Why are birds important for us? Why are birds important for our economy as well? Okay, you know, there's also the admin side of things. You can study normal admin and still come and get a job at a zoo. Okay, and then obviously, even though we work with animals, we also work with the general public. We work with other staff, we work as a team. So there's that management aspect. Even if you're a manager or you study to become a manager, you can still end up here because team dynamics are the same as well. So there's lots of different jobs within a zoo.
Cool, do you have a great time?
I did.
Okay, Jellige, what did you learn?
I learned a lot about birds. I didn't know that they play an important role in our ecosystem. And I also learned that they actually react like humans. I didn't know that.
Oh,
it's just like that.
High five, well done. Otherwise, Bafethu, Lena guess if you're mission accomplished, your boy CADDY pronounced Caddy and
Diana.
We're signing out. Come let's run towards it.
Oh yes, Mzansi, it's that time again, my favorite part of the show. This is where we get to test your knowledge with our TOMz quiz challenge. Now, Lapakaya, Nati on social media, which is like that, you can look at Yona. Right about now, though, see if it's who will reign supreme when it comes to the TOMz Speed Round Master. Let's play.
Dumelang kaofela TOMz, la tsebo re kgethehile haholo ho rona ebile re le rata haholo, and that is why in today's episode re leng ra checkela Maputa Secondary School. La tsebo re re ikemiseditswe to have some fun with you guys ha tse re ithuta ka lefatshe le makatsang la science and technology. Lights, camera and action. Are you ready to experience the ultimate edutainment? Re le re buisana with the grade 10 learners and we had loads and loads of fun. It's cool to be smart, guys, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And with TOMz by your side, learning becomes fun. Edutainment. That will empower the learners and keep them motivated. Dibuka tse di tlo ba thusa ka career guidance hobane ke nako e tshwantseng ba nahane ka bokamoso ba bona. Let's and we did exactly that at the Dance Off Challenge. The presenters started against each other, and then we gave the learners a chance to see who could outdance them.
First team to press the buzzer.
We tested their knowledge with the TOMz quiz where we saw Team B winning the first round.
Team B, well done for me.
Right to the second round, Morlin Rabona Great Telluna, Obamita Morki Moheta, Situsa, locking everyone out at the speed round master.
Sisom, well done for making it to this round. What's your name?
Mokgethwa.
Okay, Mokgethwa, what's going to happen here, ne? Let's be saying TOMZ Speed Round Master. We're going to lama puzzles lawa, ne? You know what? Keep going to go when you do, ne? We've got 2 minutes to do all of this. I'm a rules all game, so it's let's one. You can't put the bigger puzzle on top of the small one. The small one needs to be on top. Kanji, all the time, ne? So what happens here is Katsako, let's use Okatanga Solana, so Tata Spaghetti on the TOMZ log, ne? And if when a Ukilo Kumutu, we game, then you get to be a guest presenter on Teenagers on a Mission on SABC 1 Zonti for sure. How do you feel? You never ready?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, cool. Your time starts now. And it seems like she knows exactly what she's doing. If you want to play this game, you need to have all the concentration.
Hello, all you have to do is email tomz@sabc.co.za.
3, 2, 1, your time is up.
Many has got immigration is actually a way of grading intelligence in Daga. Pretty interesting, right? Don't forget to go to Indaga that are actually quite smart. But what I want to know is what sort of intelligence is going to occur now that the future is changing. Let's begin.
As a result of climate change, half of the birds go North America migrate to new locations by 2050. Hunala study in the International Union for Conservation of Nature, the bird sparrows 95% to a new habitat from America by 2050. According to Matthias Osveth, a cognitive biologist, Otongo Land University, Sweden, the ravens who told about to lead the apes to adapt to a future changes more environment in Yarun. Research precipitation, deforestation and urban growth patterns. It is expected to shift dramatically in species
our time is up. Tembukuti, you guys had a blast with us, learning more about the bird life and why it's so important to preserve it. Niazuguti, the conversation does not end here. On Facebook, we are simply TOMz, and on Twitter, we are TOMZ_ACBC_1. Let's keep it going.
And you guys can head on over onto www.acbceducation.co.za/TOMZ. Otherwise, you can catch me on my personal Twitter account at IamSiga_G.
Also me at Betsebuntu.
With that being said, goodbye for now.
Some fellow on the next episode of TOMZ. The vultures don't have an important part of our natural environment. Dead carcasses. VulPro emerged as an organization that aims to conserve African vultures that have been infected with human activity. Handling the ecosystem Uskalebalo Shebela TOMZ Kalabunella Bushani Kahaf 2 more SABC 1 Mzansi for show.